Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in modern history, the 2010 D1 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. Now, most of us know these coins as just a penny, worth a measly 1 cent. But what if I told you that one 2010 D penny could be worth a staggering $29 million? Yes, you heard that right. Stick around because I'm going to share with you all the details about the value, history, and mystery behind this incredible coin. Before we get into how this penny could potentially be worth millions, let's take a quick look at its history. The US Mint has been producing pennies since 1793, but the 2010 D penny is part of a much more modern tradition. The D on this coin signifies that it was minted in Denver, Colorado. This coin is actually part of the ongoing series of Lincoln pennies that have been produced since 1909. The 2010 version was particularly interesting because it marked the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent design, which was originally designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The 2010 D Lincoln penny, like all pennies produced that year, featured the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but in the second half of the year, the design shifted to a new reverse, commemorating Lincoln's life. But this coin, the one that might be worth millions, isn't your run-of-the-mill penny. Now, here's where things get really interesting. You see, most 2010 D pennies are worth their face value, 1 cent. But there are some extremely rare cases where these pennies can fetch a mind-boggling price. This particular 2010 D penny became the subject of incredible intrigue due to a major error in the minting process. So, what happened? Let me explain. Minting errors happen more often than you might think, and sometimes, they lead to a coin becoming extremely valuable. In this case, the error involved a penny that was struck with a double die, a type of error where the image or inscription is doubled on the coin. This creates a rare and highly sought-after misprint that collectors and investors scramble to get their hands on. The 2010 D double die penny is believed to be one of these rare errors. So, what exactly is a double die error? It's when the die used to strike the coin malfunctions, causing the design to be imprinted twice, creating a blurry or doubled effect. The most famous examples of this type of error include the 1955 double die and the 2004 double die pennies, but the 2010 D penny is unique because it was one of the most recent examples of this kind of error on a Lincoln penny. If you look closely at the obverse of the coin, you can see the doubled inscription Liberty and even a slight doubling of Lincoln's face. The effect is subtle, but to experienced collectors, it's a glaring sign of an error that could be worth a fortune. Now, it's important to note that not every 2010 D penny with a slight doubling is considered valuable. In fact, most of them are just regular pennies. However, when one of these pennies does have the right type of double die error and is in excellent condition, it can be worth a significant amount of money. So, here's where things get crazy. In 2010, when the first reports of the double die error emerged, the coin world went wild. Experts speculated that the coin could be worth millions due to its rarity and the demand among collectors. While no one has officially sold a 2010 D double die penny for $29 million, the rumors surrounding its potential value spread like wildfire, sparking heated debates and speculation. Some coin experts argue that if a perfectly minted 2010 D double die penny were ever to hit the auction block in pristine condition, it could reach a price as high as $29 million, based on the rarity and the incredible interest in misprinted coins from collectors worldwide. But before you go digging through your change jar, it's important to understand what affects the value of a coin like this. Sure, rarity is key, but condition matters, too. A coin that's been heavily worn down or damaged isn't going to fetch top dollar. Coins with minting errors that are in mint condition, meaning they've been preserved in near-perfect shape, are the ones that bring in the highest bids. And don't forget about provenance. The coin's history of ownership can also influence its price. Now, If you're wondering how to spot a potentially valuable 2010 penny, here are some tips. First, examine the inscription Liberty and the date. If you notice any doubling or distortion, that's your first clue that it might be a double die error. Then, check Lincoln's face and the motto, "In God We Trust," for any signs of doubling. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin could be. If you think you've found a rare 2010 penny, it's important to get it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like the PCGS or NGC. Grading helps to determine the coin's condition and value. Once graded, you can sell it through auction houses, online marketplaces, or specialized coin dealers who deal with high-end collectors. While not every 2010 penny is worth millions, the double die error variety is definitely a coin to keep your eye on. If you're lucky enough to find one in good condition, it might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you learned something new about the value of this rare coin. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin content, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin yourself. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, 1 cent could change your life. Next. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now, and it could be worth a lot more than you think: the 1984 US 1 cent coin. That's right, folks, I'm talking about the humble penny, and while most of these are worth just 1 cent, some 1984 pennies could be worth millions. Now, you may be thinking, how could a penny possibly be worth that much? Well, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why a 1984 penny could be worth up to a whopping $19 million. Let's start by looking at the 1984 penny in its historical context. The U.S. Mint has been producing pennies since 1793, and they've gone through many design changes over the years. The 1984 penny, however, is part of the Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This coin features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was the reverse design used from 1959 until 2008. 1984 marked a typical year for the production of pennies, but that's where the standard story ends. You see, while most 1984 pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare few can be worth something truly extraordinary. Now, you might be wondering, how could a penny that was minted in 1984 be worth $19 million? The answer lies in a specific error that occurred during the minting process. You see, minting errors can happen for a number of reasons. Sometimes the dies are damaged or misaligned, and this results in coins with unusual features that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. In the case of the 1984 penny, there were a handful of coins that were struck with a double die error. This type of error occurs when the coin dies don't align properly during the minting process, causing the design to be struck twice, resulting in a doubling effect on the lettering and images. The 1984 double die penny is one of the most sought-after error coins, and some of these could be worth up to $19 million. So, what exactly is a double die error, and why does it make a coin so valuable? A double die error happens when a coin die is improperly aligned during the minting process. This causes the image or lettering to appear twice on the coin, creating a doubling effect. In the case of the 1984 penny, this error is most noticeable in the lettering, particularly the word Liberty and the date 1984. If you look closely at the coin, you'll see a distinct doubling effect on the letters, making them appear blurry or double-stamped. The most common areas where you'll see this doubling are the Liberty inscription and the year 1984. A strong doubling in these areas can signal that the penny is an error coin, and that's when its value begins to increase significantly. Not all 1984 pennies are worth millions, though. The vast majority of these coins were minted correctly and have no significant errors. However, a very small number of 1984 pennies were struck with this double die error, and these are incredibly rare. Because of the scarcity of these error coins and the high demand among collectors, some 1984 double-die pennies have been known to sell for astronomical prices. In fact, one of these rare pennies could potentially fetch as much as $19 million at auction. While it might sound too good to be true, a well-preserved, high-grade 1984 double-die penny could truly command a price that high if it ever went to auction. The key factor in determining its value is the condition of the coin, and how pronounced the error is. Now, if you think you found a 1984 penny with this double die error, there are a few factors to keep in mind that could impact its value. The most important one is the condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they have no wear and tear and have been well preserved, will be worth far more than those that are worn down, scratched, or damaged. Grading is a critical part of the process when determining the value of a rare coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins that have been well preserved in their original mint condition are more likely to bring in top dollar. Another factor is the intensity of the double die error. Some 1984 pennies have only a slight doubling effect, while others have a very strong and clear doubling that makes them stand out. The more pronounced the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. So, how can you tell if your 1984 penny has the double die error? Here are a few steps to follow. First, check the word Liberty on the obverse side. Look for any signs of doubling. If the letters appear blurry or doubled, that's a good indicator of an error. Next, check the date. The numbers 1984 should be clear, but if you notice any doubling or distortion, you might have an error coin on your hands. Make sure to check for doubling on the "In God We Trust" inscription as well. If you spot any doubling or distortion, this could be a sign that your coin is an error. If you think you found a rare 1984 double die penny, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, will assess the condition of your coin and assign it a grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable it will be. Once your coin has been graded, you can sell it through online auctions, specialized coin dealers, or even at major coin shows. Remember, rarity, demand, and condition all play a role in determining the value of your coin, so make sure to do your research before you put it up for sale. While not every 1984 penny is worth millions, if you happen to find one with a double die error, you could be sitting on a fortune. The value of rare coins like these really shows how much the world of numismatics can surprise us. I hope this video helped you understand the history and potential worth of the 1984 penny. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember that 1 cent could be worth much more than you think.